I'm gonna try and make this version not so ranty because freaking hell. Anyway, I am currently watching, trying to catch up on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and I'm on season three. I think episode 10. I know my TV went into funny mode. Anyway, and it's where they're trying to organize Eva's baby blessing, and Dakota is throwing a fit because he got found out with another one of his cheating things, and he's refusing to film, and he has refused permission to let them do officially Eva's baby blessing. And Layla has gone on and said she finds it really weird that because only men can do this in the church, and Dakota is saying no to this, and he's not even worthy to do this. So Taylor's dad has to do this anyway. Why can't the church just let Taylor do it herself? And blaming the church for this. And I'm going to explain, and I know I'm Australian, but I do know fundamentally this is the same rule over there. This isn't actually a church thing. This is a law thing. This is a family law thing. Unless Taylor has sole religious decision-making power in their mediation/court orders, she can't actually make this decision unilaterally to have Eva baby blessed or baptized when he turns 8, or any other religious-based decision, right? In any way, shape, or form. And it is like that with any denomination. Evangelical Christians, unless both parents give consent for the kids to be baptized or whatever, at whatever age, whether it is a baby or evangelists do baby dedications, very similar to a baby blessing. Unless both parents consent, that actually can't happen. It's a family law matter. It has nothing to do with the church. The church is just following the Family Law Act, mainly so they don't get sued if they do give consent for, if the church allows this to happen and the other parent hasn't given written consent, then that parent can technically sue the church, and go after the church for aiding and abetting the breach of those court orders. It is covering their ass. Covering their backside, and which is fair game, and any and every religion needs to and does do this. Now, one thing, if she's going to be religious, I know that she's recently posted that she's leaving the Mormon church. That's her choice, right? But if she was to become religious and want these things to happen if she does become primary carer, and because the mess that's going on right now, we won't go there. She needs to put that into that court order, that she gets religious decision-making power. The other option is medical decision-making power, is also base level. Both parents need to give consent. And education is both parents have to give consent. Those three main things are ones that if you want to have sole decision making, no matter who you are, mum or dad, you have to discuss that during mediation and or court and get that in those orders. Otherwise, you have to have the other parent's consent. And very much like Dakota is doing right now in this scene, part of this storyline or whatever, it gets weaponized. Had it weaponized against me when I've wanted to do some things for the kids, be assessed and diagnosed and medicated for ADHD. Which is why I don't necessarily agree with it, but at the same time, I do. I see why both parents need to consent, because if you were still a couple and still a family unit, both parent, but yeah. This is one thing that's making it really, really difficult to watch this show in one reason, and it has taken me so long to even try and finish season 3, let alone even start season 4, is the misrepresentation of the church and the outright lies about the church. And at the moment in this season 3, it is Layla that is doing this and is driving me absolutely bonkers because it is basic Googleable, if that's even a word, information that she's sitting there and outright lying about, like the priesthood ban only being lifted 10 years ago. I didn't know 1978 was only 10 years ago. Princess, if that was the case, how am I 43 and how do I have a 21-year-old, a 19-year-old, a 16-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 5-year-old? Because I wasn't even born in 1978, and I would have been 5, 10 years later. So, Hulu, I'm going to highly suggest with season 5, if you ever get back to filming, you might want to put disclaimers on when these girls spout stuff like that, because it's getting clocked by us members, and we're like, that's... It's a simple thing. When was the priesthood ban lifted in the LDS church? And Google will tell you 1978. Okay. Not 10 years ago. Was it, do I feel proud about that? But no. Do I understand the point of it? Yes. Because I'm a nerd and I'm a history buff and I actually understand what Brigham Young was doing. With that, when you actually go and read his documents on it, it's actually quite fascinating, especially if you're an anti-slavery nerd, because that's actually what he was doing. Anyway, that's a whole other video, and that's probably something Pa and I will address when we figure out how to give her access. But yeah, so I'm going to try and finish at least season 3 because it's 11 o'clock at night and I'm still got an episode 11 to go. And I really need to be not throwing stuff at my TV at this point because this is... Yeah, this whole baby blessing thing just pissed me off because I'm just like, that's not even what happened here. This was literally a parent weaponizing joint decision making over this baby getting blessed. And that's probably something else that Pa and I will talk about as well. Pa is a lifelong member. I am a convert. And we might discuss those kind of things. What is actually a baby blessing? What's involved in a baby blessing? Why wouldn't you want it to happen? Kind of thing. And yeah, so, I don't know. I'm probably gonna be doing more videos. I'm trying to get through this in a way where I can just like slam through them. But at this point in time, it's taken me 3 days, to get through season 3. These episodes are long, and these girls are children. Plain and simple. They're just... I never got involved with this sort of crap when I was in school. How are you girls doing this when you're grown-a adults with children? That blows my brain. And who has the energy for it? Anyway, I'm going back to it, so bye.